Welcome everybody to another World of Warships video, and today we're going to be talking about the leak stats of the HMS Gallant. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how I want to present data that we get from these leak stats. So I might try this. This is just kind of a throw everything out there and I'll let you see everything all at once, and kind of I'll run down the list and things like that. So let's jump right into it. As far as hit points go, it's going to be 12,000 hit points, which as far as the Tier 6 destroyers go, that's going to be 6th. It looks like the lead is going to be the German destroyer, the Geta, which has 3,700 hit points more than the Gallant does. Gallant also is going to have some pretty decent guns. It's going to be 12 rounds per minute. It's going to rank 4th among Tier 6 destroyers. And that's going to be 3 rounds per minute, slower than the Farragut from the U.S. Navy. Gun range is going to be pretty crap. 10.2 kilometers stock gun range. That's 2.4 kilometers less than the Farragut. Shell damage is also not very good at all. The average between the armor piercing and high explosive is going to be 1900 damage, or max damage. That's going to be dead last as far as the Tier 6 goes. It's 350 potential damage off the Geta. The fire chance for the HE shells is going to be the greatest, however. It's got the rank of 1st there with a 8% fire chance. Turret traverse is also going to be a strong point on the Gallant. 18 seconds to rotate 180 degrees is second only to the Farragut. The Farragut does it in 12 seconds. Muzzle velocity is going to be 808 meters per second. It's going to be 6th. The number 1 rank in this category is going to be the Fubuki, which has a 107 meter per second advantage over the Gallant. Moving on to detectability. The detectability of the Gallant is going to be 6.8 kilometers, which is actually really good. It's going to be second only behind the Hatsuharu, however you pronounce it, which has just got a 0.1 kilometer better detectability. Gallant's also going to have 8 torpedoes. It's going to be set up in 2 launchers, 4 torpedoes per launcher, obviously, which is going to be second to the Fubuki that has 10 torpedoes. The reload is actually going to be the worst out of the Tier 6, a 96-second torpedo reload. So 7th, dead last. The Fubuki's got a 20-second better reload on the torpedoes. The alpha damage of the torpedoes is going to be 15,433. That's actually pretty good as far as Tier 6 goes. It's going to be ranked 3rd, just 834 alpha damage behind the Fubuki. Torpedo speed is also fairly good. It's going to be 4th. Torpedo speed is 9 knots slower than the Gnevny's. Torpedo range of 8 kilometers, 3rd. 2 kilometers behind the Fubuki. The torpedo detection range is really good, 1.3 kilometers. It's right there with the Anshan and the U.S. Navy torpedoes, so it's really good. Kind of a joke stat here is going to be the anti-air DPS. It has a DPS of 4, which is probably almost the worst in the game. I'm sure there's some down there like Tier 1 and 2 that are worse than 4 DPS, but this is dead last when it comes to Tier 6 destroyers. Is 47 DPS behind the Geta. Speed of the Gallant is going to be 36 knots. That's going to be 5th. However, even though it is ranked 5th, it's still only 2 knots behind the Anshan. This is where the Gallant really shines. It's got a great rudder shift. Great turn circle of 540 meters. That's 1st. Rudder shift of 3 seconds. Go from one side all the way to the other. It's a rank 4th but it's only 0.7 seconds behind the Hatsuharu. The average score, when you add all these together and divide them by the equal numbers, has an average ranking of 4th place. But you can't really say it's a great ship or a bad ship just based off this. There's lots of things extra that go into account for this. I do think the health pool leaves much to be desired. It's got great rounds per minute. Average shell damage is kind of lacking, but it does make up for it in fire chance. So, it's going to be a great HE spammer. The gun range is not really that big of a deal anymore, considering they nerfed the DDs a few patches back. So the gun range is, kind of the lower is almost even better nowadays, so you don't get detected. It's also a pretty stealthy ship. 6.8 kilometer detection range is nice. The torpedoes have a range of 8 kilometers, so right off the bat you've got a 1.2 kilometer stealth firing capability, so that's nice. Torpedoes have decent speed, and they've got great torpedo stealth on them. So this could be a pretty nice ship. It's definitely going to be a hard ship to hit in the right hands with the turn circle and the rudder shift the way it is. It's going to be pretty maneuverable. Hopefully it can get up around 40 knots with speed boost. I think this could be a really good ship. And I'm definitely excited to see it come in the game, and especially the regular destroyer line when that comes out. Seems like World of Warships is really pushing a lot of premium ships out, just trying to grab some money, which nobody really likes that, but that's just the nature of the beast, I guess. But yeah, for just the first impressions on the Gallant, it's going to be a really good ship. I think it speaks well of what the British line of destroyers is going to be. We should be excited for it, as well as the British battleships whenever those come out. Should be pretty soon as well. Well, hopefully this year anyway. Alright everybody, I appreciate you spending your time with me. Good day.